We are going to do some Horror Corner. Yes, and that's our Christian black metal group, Adorned in Ashes, their song. So we got the little scream there. That was awesome. And so tonight's movie is Luther the Geek. This movie is absolutely insane. It's crazy. It's funny. It's by Troma. And I'm going to bring in some Christianity in it. So it's not all just fun and games. So Troma is this film company. I think they're actually out of New Jersey. And their stuff is kind of wild. It's kind of like comedy, horror. It's kind of ridiculous. A la David Lynch. Oh, not David Lynch, but John Waters. Reminds me of John Waters films. I don't really know about Troma. I always know that they're just super low budget. They're like Z movies, like lower than B. You know what I mean? Like they say like a lot of movies are bad, but they're good bad. This isn't even like good. I mean, it's good, but it's like horrible. It's horrible good. Other movies are just good. Like other movies that people say are bad, but they're good. They're actually not bad. They're just good. But this one is like actually genuinely kind of bad, but also good. And because of that. So I want to kind of go over some of this insane movie with you guys. Hopefully
Come see the sideshow freaks. There was everything, from the fat lady to the wild man of Borneo. But of all the bizarre acts, the strangest was the geek. The geek was a man so down on his luck he'd do anything for a drink. But to earn that shot of cheap whiskey.
So first of all, what a great way to start a movie. You start a movie like this, you got me immediately. You got my attention. It's a good story. You got to you got to get the person right away. You know, you don't start a movie slow, boring, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you're like, I'm done. It's just boom, right off the bat, good, right? So it talks about this geek guy, and it's an actual thing where the geek essentially was just an addict. They were an alcoholic or an addict, and the circus would keep them locked up, and in order to give them their fix, they would make them bite the head off a live chicken and drink its blood. And so they were part of the circus act, but they were really just addicts who were like held hostage essentially because of their addiction, right? This is what people did to alcoholics and elsewhere. You know, a lot of other bad things. They used to put leeches on their brain and bleed them and put them in mental institutions. I'll skip this part. I looked it up, but it's not a real chicken, at least when he bites it. Back in the 70s, they used to do that. This movie was actually made in the 90s, but it's supposed to look like a 70s film, and they absolutely fooled me. I thought it was in the 70s. So this guy, he's an alcoholic. He's biting the heads off chickens. People are like, man, you're nasty. This boy comes up. He's interested in the geek. And you think like, oh, my God, what's going to happen here, right? And then the boy sees so he licks the blood of the chicken. And then the boy sees the blood of the chicken on the floor, and then he puts his fingers in it and he licks it. And you're like, what the heck, right? So basically, this kid is a psychopath. He grows up to be this guy, Luther. He's getting beat up by his mom here. She's abusive, kind of showing you the connection between child abuse and psychopathology, which I love the way horror movies do that. They're one of the only films that actually do that other than like documentaries and some good dramas. But my running theory is all horror is Christian, all horror is about mental illness, and they often show child abuse and how it's connected to psychopathology. So then he's filing his he's filing his cannibal teeth, his fake teeth, right? As they're showing like the green style arrest warrants and all his history of crimes. Like, just look at it's so genius and it's so bad. So I'm about to show how bad it is. So anyway, he becomes the geek. He starts so he's in jail for murder. And then now you have this parole board. He's up for parole. You got this liberal woman on the right, and and this guy, they're liberal. So she's like, oh, I think he should be let out. He's a model citizen. And then you have the right winger on the left, and he's like, what? He's a danger to society. We should lock him up forever. He should have been executed, blah, 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 right? It's like the left-right debate. And then the bleeding heart liberal over here goes, no, we should let him out. And he actually says to her, you bleeding heart, whatever. So they let him out, right? Now, this is where it gets funny and good. This is where I kind of wanted to start it. So they take a vote. They let this guy out, right? The guy gets let out. I'll skip that part. And immediately, he just starts doing all these crimes, right? So he walks in. This guy chops off the head of a chicken. I'm trying not to show it, but maybe turn away because I can't get to the spot. And so he walks in and steals this guy's coat. Then the guy chases him out with the butcher knife. Like, what are you doing? Give me my coat. So he's just stealing stuff. He's just like doing all this crime, right? Then, look, he walks in the outdoor, right? He's bumping into people. Like he has no, he's just like bumping into people. Get out of my way, right? Like literally everything he does is a crime in this movie. He like steals these glasses. It's like the quintessential, like totally unreformed prisoner who's just let out of jail. And I was thinking, is this like a political film? Is this like a right-wing political film to make fun of lefties who like want prison reform and like the nationals or the democratic socialists who want to get rid of prisons and defund the police? And they're like, this is what you're going to have. Like just all these criminals. He goes into the grocery store. He just starts eating a raw egg. He has no, the law-abiding citizen is just outraged. Like he has no plan to pay for any of this. He gets his manager, excuse me, sir, you got to pay for that. And then he's just like a murderous, like rage. And he's like, I'm going to eat you. Because what he does is he bites people's neck like he did the chicken. And he drinks their blood. So, this normie civilized guy is dealing with a psychopath, sociopath, murderous criminal. And then, so yeah, basically he gets kicked out. He gets kicked out of the store. Right? And then it sucks. Like when I skip ahead, it's not 10 seconds, it's 30 seconds on Tubi. So it's like way too much. 10 seconds on YouTube, you can actually do it, but 30 seconds is like, it's too big of a gap. You can't get what you're trying to see. So here the cops are called for a 10-6, right? Probably disorderly conduct in the grocery store, right? So here's this guy, fresh out of prison. He's just like, everything he does is a crime. He didn't pay for those. He stole that, then he just throws them. He's just like, it's like every thought is wickedness, like in the Bible, right? So I was thinking that the Lordship Salvationists, the Lordship Salvation people, this is what they think of us as FreeGracers. This is essentially exactly how they picture us. Oh, you greasy gracers, right? You guys are just constantly in sin. They picture us like this guy. We're just, everything we do is simple. We're just like stealing all the time. We're murdering people. We're raping. We're pillaging, right? That's what they think of us. Like, you greasy gracers, you sloppy agapes. So, like, what the heck am I going to do with an egg? Right? He gets pissed and then, boom, commits the murder, bites her neck, drinks her blood. These FreeGracers, it's just what it is. If you believe in the gospel of Christ, apparently this is how you act. So it's going to get a little gruesome here. Maybe I'll skip that, but. So he's a greasy gracer. He's got blood on his face. So anyway, speaking of the low quality of these movies, check this out. Watch this. Okay, so check out here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. So in this shot, you see You see the window here. You see the car window on the bottom left. And you can see the sign, right? You see the character over here. So obviously in the movie, we're supposed to be watching the character. But if you watch here on the window, in the reflection, you're going to see the cameraman. You can almost already see him like right here, I think it is. But you're literally going to see the guy's face so bad. Ready? You see him there with the white shirt in the bottom left? You can see his head, his white shirt, his arm. Even better, full cameraman in the shot, like with the camera. Say goodbye to the third world, or the fourth wall. Look at him. It couldn't be a longer shot of this cameraman. So there it is. There's the Z quality cameraman in the shot. I noticed it on the first shot I watched it. That's how bad and obvious it was, right? So obviously they skimped on what they call, I don't know, my brain's not working today, guys. What's that word? Continuity. That's the continuity in film where they check things like that. Oh, we showed a boom mic, right? One of my favorite movies from blaxploitation is Dolomite. And Sweet Badass Song. Sweet Badass Song. They're so good, but they're so bad. Same thing. You see like a straight up boom mic, like right in the shot, like up and down. And you know what I mean? So continuity, somebody's supposed to be watching that in the monitor and then say, oh, hey, you know, we have to redo that scene because we got the cameraman in there. Because you may not even notice it, but it might be subliminal. And what it does is it breaks the flow of the movie. It breaks the believability. When you watch a film, you want to be completely immersed and believe in it. Even it's the most ridiculous, crazy idea in the film that's presented. You want to bring the audience into it and have them believe it, right? You want to suspend disbelief so you can experience it. Even in a Marvel film, they do that. So when you have these moments, even if you don't catch it, it will break it in your subconscious where you're like, all of a sudden you don't believe it for a second. So that's why I can't think of the word right now, but continuity is important, right? I just saw the movie Evil Dead Burn, the recent horror movie, which was really, really, really good. 5 stars. Did I say 4 or 5? Somewhere in there, between 4 or 5. And it was so good. The acting was amazing. The makeup was great. The effects, the story was really good. The characters, you're like really invested. And I'm totally immersed. I'm totally with this, everything about it. And then there's a scene where the girl is escaping from one of the vampires or the deadites, right? The demonic beings that after they get like possessed by this demon and they start attacking people. And she's trying to go up into this hole in the ceiling in the bathroom. She's got a chainsaw. So she's running from this guy. She's trying to get up into this hole. There's nothing around that would have her reach the top of the ceiling. But the next thing you know, the next shot is on the above floor and it's her coming through the hole. So all of a sudden I'm thinking there was no way for her to reach it. What they should have done for continuity was have a stool there or some kind of chair where she brought the chair and then jumped up on the chair. But for whatever reason, they didn't think it was important or they didn't catch it. And so now the believability factor has, you know, I've left the unreality and been brought to reality. Oh, this is just a movie. They made a mistake. Right. And it kind of breaks the flow. When I made my movie Too Fresh, I noticed that because I didn't have sound effects. Actually, I had sound effects for a fight scene and this person was getting punched and I had punch sounds. But when I edited it in the final cut, when I produced it, it didn't make the sound effects for the hit for some reason. I don't know why. And I didn't notice it until it was already printed and I couldn't fix it. So in the scene where the kid's getting punched, there's no sound. So it's obvious that he's not hitting him and there's zero sound. And again, it's like you don't always necessarily notice that what is wrong, but you know something's wrong. So internally you go, it's like something's off. Like it's almost like a bad feeling. It's like a disjointed disharmony feeling. So anyway, not to get super deep on film or anything, but this is it's actually a job. They hire people for continuity to watch those things. And it's interesting. Me and my sisters used to do that. We used to watch movies like The Wizard of Oz and we would look for mistakes. And we actually found a bunch, even in The Wizard of Oz. For example, the Tin Man, he's wearing his hat with where the handle is on the left side. They'll cut away and then they cut back and it's on the other side, right? So they might have had a cut between that. The guy took off his hat, relaxed, put it back on the other side, didn't realize it, and they didn't catch it. So with this movie, there was just so much continuity issues, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, I'm not going to show too much of it, but that's just kind of what it is. Just want to talk about that with you guys. I actually like this movie. It was funny. It was good. It's not the best, obviously. There's another scene. I kind of didn't want to show it because it's a little, but it's yeah. So basically, this is the scene where this girl gets sprayed with this whipped cream, and it's all right. I don't want to say too many whatever words, but okay, it's down here, right? It's below. It's on the bottom half, let's say, of her upper part of the body, and then all right. Forgive me, guys. Now I got to show you. So you saw where it was, right? It was down here. Watch how many times this changes. You always point out mistakes in movies too, right? Yeah, it's fun. So now look, it's what? It was down here. Matter of fact, I think the shirt was covering her stomach, or maybe not. Now it's all the way up here. It's now, okay, maybe she moved it while she was going up, but hold on, let me see this again. Okay, it's the same shirt, yeah. Uh-oh, I might be getting cut out here, guys. Yeah, I think I'm getting cut out. Anyway, if you guys can hear me, then it's all good. Then I'll just keep talking. But turmeric is great. Yes, I agree. Yeah, so all right. So it's on the bottom section of her shirt. Right? Okay, so maybe, you're maybe you moved it. I don't know. But then she comes up the stairs and it's in a totally different spot. It's almost like they did another take. Like they did a bunch of different ones. And they're yeah, we don't know which one we like better. Now it's like a line on the bottom, totally up to the top of the chest, under the neck bone. What? And then it gets even better. That's like a smiley face. Now she looks at the picture. It cuts away, cuts back, and now it's gone. Look at it. Now it's what did they? She was I don't want to have this on me anymore. It cleaned up. They're all right, take 3, go again. It's almost gone. What? You didn't you didn't clean it. And now it's back again. You see what I mean? That's 4 different stages. I don't even know how they got this. How did they even do this? It's genius in its mistake making. It changed 4 times. You just saw that. It was totally clean. They cut away, it moved 3 spots. Then they cut away to her looking at the picture. It comes back. It's clean. Now she sits down and it's back again. It's now it's the second stage. And yes, I know I'm paying too much attention to this scene. Forgive me. Okay, let's stop it there, guys. Huh? I think that's enough for the Christian Broadcasting Network. So anyway, my friends. Whew. It's getting light over here. Right? You guys see what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm pointing out here. It's crazy. But it was so fun to watch that and catch all that stuff. Yeah, it was hilarious. So sometimes in movies it gets pretty obvious. It's supposed to be in the northern climate in the fall or winter, but you can still tell it's LA. It's funny. Yeah, totally. Like in Halloween, the original from 1978, which in my opinion, by the way, is one of the scariest horror movies of all time. I saw it when I was a kid. It freaked me out. You said there's a scene in a graveyard and it's supposed to be in Haydenville in Illinois in fall, but you see palm trees. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's cool. All over her stomach too, then not, then back. I know. I never even seen anything like that. And I only was aware to it because of the guy in the window, which I saw. And I was like, oh man, there's going to be some mistakes in this. I'm going to keep looking. And then
I wonder if anybody else noticed that when they watched that film, like the different spots of the whipped cream, like the various movements. I'm like, am I the only one who noticed this?